The fourth and penultimate stage of Tour of the Alps would take the riders over just over 141 kilometres of racing. It's the Queen stage, over 4,500 demanding metres of altitude, and Romain Bardet looking to improve on his 5th place overall. See could he back up his victory from 2022. Two Bahrain victorious riders in the top 6 as well. Antonio Tiberi looking after the white jersey, leading the young riders classification. Tobias Foss out of the overall race lead, but leading the points classification 2nd overall, heading into this 4th stage of Tour of the Alps. Filippo Ganna and others looking to support the Norwegian in his battle to get back into the overall race lead, held by the man from Lidl Trek after his glorious victory on stage 3, Juan Pedro Lopez. That's just over half a minute margin of an advantage, claiming his first victory as a professional on stage 3 and looking to defend the overall race lead into the final stage. Well, it was a battling performance right from the get-go. 5 tough climbs for the riders over just 141 kilometres. An early break of 4 swelled to 11, and then 2 riders ventured forth from that group. Simon Carr, partnered by Sergio Higuita early on, and eventually it was the Englishman Carr taking his leave of the Colombian and forging clear with 45.5 kilometres of the day remaining. Plenty of attacks coming from the group of favourites behind, including Chris Harper trying his luck. Wout Poels as well for the Bahrain victorious squad, asking big questions of race leader Juan Pedro Lopez. Carr leading across the summit of the penultimate climb of the day to take maximum points in the King of the Mountains competition. This horrific moment coming towards the end of the day. Chris Harper, a really heavy impact with the ground, and well, he was forced to abandon, but luckily was sitting upright when he was attended to by race officials very quickly, swiftly, the medical personnel getting on terms. Also, really a bad crash for Ben O'Connor. 3rd overall starting the day, got back on his bike and was quickly back into the action as Tiberi and others continued to put Lopez under pressure deep into the stage. Up front, well, it was sailing to glory. A victory in a 2nd successive edition of Tour of the Alps for Simon Carr, backing up his success from 2023. His 2nd victory of the season. Beautiful victory indeed, as Michael Storr led Ben O'Connor, a recovering Ben O'Connor, across the line for 2nd on the day. 3rd for Ben O'Connor and a handful of seconds gained. But glory and stage honours for Simon Carr of the EF Education Easy Post squad. A reward for a battling and adventurous performance out front in the breakaway. And the overall race lead retained by Juan Pedro Lopez, a slightly pared back advantage over Ben O'Connor. Tobias Foss dropping out of the top 10. He hangs on to the lead of the points competition, but it's Lopez who leads into the final stage.